Yo, what's happening, my people? It's your boy Chance Jollivet, aka Smooth, back with another video. I'm gonna try and do this quick, man. I'm not feeling the best, man. Feeling a little under the weather. But anyways, Invincible, season 2, episode 8. I thought you were stronger. So this is the season finale of Invincible, man. Phenomenal season. I've been talking about all these episodes, man. I got maybe 100 views altogether. Like, people ain't watching this shit. But anyways, I'm going to keep doing it anyway because this is just a show that I enjoy. I like to talk about certain things. And this at the end anyway. But anyways, so Nolan is knocking the dust off his fighting or whatever. He's getting his sword sharper. But it's like the Viltrumites testing him. They want him to be 100% before they execute him. If you know anything, if you read the comic books or some spoiler alert, they don't want to execute him. He is one of the most powerful Viltrumites that they have. The key to the Viltrumite empire is really they are deceptors. The universe thinks they are super strong and they cannot be harmed. They are this indestructible empire. The thing about it is, there are maybe like 40, 50 Viltrumites in existence. The Viltrumites are all pretty much dead. They only have a small amount. That's why they don't want to kill Nolan. That's why they got him and they torturing him and stuff. They can't afford to kill him. That's why they let Invincible live so many times. That's really the backstory of that. Angstrom Levy shows up for revenge. So if you know him, like, he's the brain dude. He was in a machine or whatever. The machine blew up. Now he blames Mark for what happened to him. And he is throwing Mark in all kind of different dimensions and stuff. That is his superpower. He can open up portals to the different dimensions. And so he's trying to torture Mark. He puts him in a dinosaur universe. I was shocked how they did that. They did the Spider-Man thing. They had Prop Ock, and in the comic book he was actually Spider-Man. Like, he's seen Spider-Man, so I was like, I don't know how they was gonna do that, but they kind of show Batman a little bit. In the comic book they showed Spawn because it is in Image comic books. But this they show like a zombie world. They show a couple different universes, but I like that they kind of was true to the comic book in a certain sense. They did what they could. They showed a version of Spider-Man, but it wasn't exactly Spider-Man. Batman, they kind of just like showed a little piece of his cape, but enough for you to know that it's Batman. Invincible tormented Angstrom Levy's other selves. That's why he is so hell-bent on going against him. It's not just because of the machine, because he was actually trying to save Mark. But the thing is, when he was in the machine, he was merging all the brains of all the different Angstrom Levys. He wanted to have all their experiences into one. And all the other Angstrom Levys, they were in different universes where Mark was evil. And so he is seeing all the evil Marks in his mind kill his family and stuff. It's kind of like in the multiverse of Marvel. And Uncle Ben always dies, or Spider-Man always has a tragic event. Angstrom Levy always had like an Invincible event that was negative in his life. So he hates Invincible because he's seeing all these versions of evil Mark. And he finally gets to a point where he fights him. He was softening Mark up. And he was tormenting Mark as well. He was holding his family ransom and stuff. He broke Debbie's arm. I was expecting Mark's little brother to get his powers and maybe kill Angstrom or something, because in the comic books it happens kind of in the show, but in the show, like, Angstrom is a little more powerful. He was constructed to be a little bit more powerful for him to be able to fight Mark, and so he's whooping Mark enough to give him a black eye. But at the end of the day, when Mark finally has enough, Angstrom ass is grass. He beats the hell out of him, kills Angstrom Levy. He loses it. But it was it needed to be done. It needed to be done. Alan the alien finally sees Nolan. So last episode he let the woman subdue him. His whole thing is he wanted to be in prison because he wanted to try to find Nolan to have him on their cause. And so now he talks by telepathic energy or whatever. And so he is talking to Nolan and he's like, I came here for you, dude. So Nolan, that is going to be his way to get out of this prison. So how is because Mark killed Angstrom in a different dimension. So how is he going to get back? He's kind of losing it. But the Guardians from a different, I don't know if it was from a different dimension or future Guardians, but they end up finding Mark and they save him. And amongst them saving him, Adam Eve, she spills her feelings for Mark. She was always in love with him. But all these years passed, the future Eve, and she never told Mark how she felt, and it ate her up. So she is like, look, Mark, tell your Adam Eve if you love her, if you don't love her, whatever, for her, she can move on with her life because I was never able to move on with my life. If this comes as a shock, because there was always friends with Eve, but Mark never really knew that she had any romantic feelings towards him. We got another big moment. Immortal. So Immortal has quit the Guardians. He's off fishing in like Alaska or something. Kate shows up. She is actually alive. And how did she live? She her powers are she could duplicate herself. Duplicate. So she always had one hidden. So she had her one hidden so she could always be alive. If she died in war or whatever, she would always be able to come back because she had one awake. And she really didn't want to come back. She was tired of dying. Because, yeah, she can come back and she can duplicate herself, but dying is dying. So I'm pretty sure it hurts and all that. So, but she comes back because she loves Immortal. So that's a good little thing, man. So Immortal gets his love back, so he'll probably come back to the Guardians and stuff. Or maybe they'll stay in Alaska together. We don't know. They got this strange scene. They got two archaeologist chicks, and they go, it's like the mummy, but they go in the thing, and this dude comes out of the coffin or whatever, and he's like, two females. I needed a male to reanimate or whatever. And she's like, that's sexist. And then the things topple or whatever. So it's like, what was this scene? Like, I know a lot about the comic book and I read, but this just doesn't ring a bell. Like, so I don't know. I can't give you any inside information on that. So Mark right now, he's back into his universe, man. He's having a tough time with what he did. Like, he doesn't want to become his father. And he lost it and he killed somebody. He murdered somebody in cold blood, man. And he doesn't know how to deal with this situation. His mother is all right and stuff, so he's happy about that. But he's deep in thought. He's like, I decided, man, I'm done with college. Because I have so much responsibility, and it's like, what I'm gonna do with college? Like, I'm gonna become a dentist or something, a lawyer. Like, I have all these powers and this responsibility and all this to do. Like, I have to be better. I have to learn how to control myself, learn how to become stronger, to fight different foes. Like, this is gonna be my college. I'm going to put all my energy into becoming a better superhero. And at the end of the episode, Mark confronts Eve, and he thinks about what she said, and he wants to tell her, but he doesn't have the heart for it. So really, he ends up putting his head on her shoulders and stuff, and like confiding in her. It's like too much to bear at this moment. Like, he wants to break her burden, but he got so much going on in his life. It's like, I can't do that at this time. And then at the end credits, we see Nolan and Alan the alien talking, and Nolan is like, he regrets everything that he did, man. He's like, damn, I was a really shitty person, man, and all this suffering I caused on people, man, I realized I was wrong. And he's like, damn, And you know the shocking thing is I actually miss my wife. So now he kind of has a reason to want to break away from this prison and stuff. Like he wants to kind of get back to Debbie. Like, will she accept him again? But it's a nice little tidbit. But this is the end of season 2. A great season, man. It was a lot condensed into a little bit. Like hopefully it doesn't take like 2-3 years to come back. But happy that this season came, man. Happy we got to see it. Hopefully it'll come back maybe in October, November or something at least. But we'll see. Anyways, hopefully the few people that watched this had a good time, man. Learned a little bit about Invincible that they didn't know. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be a great and some most hated, man. I'll let you boy.